Bless you. Every, what's in the room? Depuis qu'on met le moment ça, nous commençons à déjà. Ça y va. C'est ça. C'est ça. C'est ça. C'est ça. Ça y va. Depuis comme ça, il y a le même qu'on s'allie. Papa 6, papa 6, papa 6. Ça y va. On tient là. Shake, 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 quand il s'allait passer. Avec professeur, on met plus d'attention. Choubi, 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 papa 6, papa 6, papa 6. Depuis ton sang, papa 6, papa 6, papa 6. Choubi, choubi, choubi. Shake, 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 shake. La vista de danser. Así que sí.
Spirituality is like a flame. In our darkest times and stormy days, we all need a flame to guide us through the darkness, a clean flowing river to guide us through the storms and find peace, a bright light to guide us on the journey of life. Be equipped with powers, prayers, meditations, divine gift, responses of the universe, the peace, the faith, the joy, and wisdom. Call Sister DOBONG on 718-253-7273, 718-253-7273.
And you know what? I like it.
Attention, New York City. We are inviting you to join us on our regular Monday night show on King and Queen Radio / Brooklyn Station with latest informations in arts, science, music, and entertainment. You can be part of the program as a guest, co-host, and a business owner, advertising your products and services as well. So don't miss out the opportunity to get your voice heard. Tune in every Monday, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. West African Time. Call us on 718-253-7273. Don't miss out. Monday Night Show. See you there.
And you know what? I like it.
Attention, New York City. We are inviting you to join us on our regular Monday night show on King and Queen Radio / Brooklyn Station with latest informations in arts, science, music, and entertainment. You can be part of the program as a guest, co-host, and a business owner, advertising your products and services as well. So don't miss out the opportunity to get your voice heard. Tune in every Monday, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. West African Time. Call us on 718-253-7273. Don't miss out. Monday Night Show. See you there.
The following is an independently produced program. The views and claims expressed on this program by its host and guests are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or its advertisers. For advertising, call the CEO, Lady Queen Zina Bevel, at 718-253-7273.
Views expressed on this program are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of the station, its management, or other advertisers. Use of this site and all services provided therein are for personal use only. King and Queen Radio holds no responsibility for the validity or accuracy of the information given. Views expressed on this program are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of the station, its management, or other advertisers. Use of this site and all services provided therein are for personal use only. Brooklyn Station holds no responsibility for the validity or accuracy of the information given.
Real sound, no faking. Yeah. That's what's yeah. So beautiful. Yeah. Are you feeling down today? Are you wanna get yourself happy? Are you feeling sad today? Yeah. Are you feeling down today? Are you wanna get yourself happy? Are you feeling sad today? Yeah. Tune in to 93.5 King and Queen Radio. You need best songs and shows on your radio. Sister DOBONG shows every day from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Yeah, don't give up. Just tune into your radio. Every Monday, here we go Jamaican and African show from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Oh, tune into King and Queen Radio, where you will feel inside. King and Queen Radio, where no one to talk to. King and Queen Radio, Yeah, 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 yeah. King and Queen Radio. Don't let your morning so boring. King and Queen Radio. Tune into the best station. King and Queen Radio. The best music, best shows. King and Queen Radio. You need a beautiful Monday, yeah. King and Queen Radio. From Monday to Monday. Every Wednesday. 12:20 in the countdown. Every Tuesday to Thursday, King and Queen with arts and music. Your jazz music every day, from 1 a.m. to 3 p.m. Country music every day, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Yeah, Jamaican music every Monday to Saturday. Specialized music from Caliban, Africa. Every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. International reggae dance on every day, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. The best online radio. From New York, we take it worldwide, yeah. Tune into King and Queen Radio. Where you feel it inside. King and Queen Radio. Where no one to talk to. King and Queen Radio. Yeah, 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 yeah. King and Queen Radio. Don't let your morning so boring. King and Queen Radio. Tune into the best station. King and Queen Radio. The best music, best shows. King and Queen Radio. You need a beautiful Monday, yeah. King and Queen Radio. From Monday to Mondays. Smokes mix in the kitchen.
From the city that never sleeps, comes with a broadcast that keeps it real. From the city that never sleeps, comes 93.5 FM. Oh, Brooklyn to the world, with sounds and contents to heal your soul. We're giving you the news, the vibes and entertainment. Education stuff, we're giving you the best. We're nothing but the best, so just sit back, relax, enjoy yourself. Whether you at home and whether you at work, 24/7 we're still showing love. Kings and Queens Radio. 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 Kings and Queens Radio.
Kings and Queen Meditation brings you entertainment, news, education, information, multicultural radio station, 93.5 FM.
Don't touch that dial.
93.5 FM. Tune in. To the top radio, worldwide station, Queen Radio. What you thought?
What you listening to? In your radio? I'm in stereo. Tap into the frequency. King and Queen Radio. In your stereo. What you listening to? What you listening to? If you're the Queen and Queen Radio, hey. What you listening to? Hey. What you listening to? If you're the King and Queen Radio. Yeah. Can you feel it? Go. Hey. What you listening to? Go. Two-step. Keep a two-step. King and Queen Radio. King and Queen Radio. King and Queen Radio. King and Queen Radio. Radio. King and Queen Radio. Radio. Station. What you listening to? What you listening to? What they listening to? If you're the King and Queen Radio. Radio. Yeah. What you listening to? In your radio? I'm in stereo.
93.5 FM.
Tap into the frequency. King and Queen Radio. In your stereo.
93.5 FM.
Hello, you. Yes, you. Are you experiencing the challenges of life, relationship issues, family situations, money troubles? You need a job, you need a guide to a spiritual path and a sense of direction. You need spiritual healing, psychic readings. Call Sister DOBONG on 718-253-7273. 718-253-7273. Hey, are you a DJ, an artist, a business owner that wants to promote, advertise product and services? Contact King and Queen Radio, Brooklyn Station at 1752 Flatbush Avenue, New York. Or you can call us on 718-253-7273. King and Queen Radio, we are here for you. Hey, are you a DJ, an artist, a business owner that wants to promote, advertise product and services? Contact King and Queen Radio, Brooklyn Station at 1752 Flatbush Avenue, New York. Or you can call us on 718-253-7273. King and Queen Radio, we are here for you.
1, 2, 3,
Run it.
yeah.
King and Queen Radio.
We got DM.
Jalousie qui est pour le fun girl, regret qui est pour le fun girl, coquille qui est pour le fun girl, regrette pas de fin avec, nostalgie qui est pour le fun girl, problème qui est pour le fun girl, misère qui est pour le fun girl, regrette ce que m'avais avec. M'te bon sacrifice pour moi, on prend qu'elle m'bal traiter. M'te commencé believe que les gens décapoter. Pour me vivre avant, m'obligé changer ville. Pour me protéger relation, car ouais m'te changer ville. Ça que puis pour me pour c'est petit déprimé pour son j'aime toujours là pour pas quitter mon monter sous. Tout des pour changer sous moi, on vient l'autre monde. M'a pas cherché dans la rue, à sentir dans l'autre monde. Donc de souhaiter pour moi, c'était ouais m'a mal passé. Bon Dieu, voyons un sou, quand ça m'a passé. Et derrière les mains téléphone, dis m'chan wap tracasser. Machine quoi ça va mettre quoi sous jaloux, ça va pour le fun girl. Regret pour le fun girl. Coquille pour le fun girl. Regrette pas de fin avec. Nostalgie pour le fun girl. Problème pour le fun girl. Misère pour le fun girl. Regrette ce que m'avais avec. Ma bonne nous pas chiche encore c'est pieds ou paille. Depuis quelque temps l'amour d'une papaye. Moi mon chiffre qu'on aime pour chirer pour détail. Tout si je t'aime fait que c'est détail. L'amour fait moi ça, l'adjoint fait moi ça. C'est l'un pas ensemble pour me rendre content qui peut ou ça. Franchement et pas où ça, vous méritez un Oscar.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the King and Queen Radio, BrooklynStation.com, SisterDOBONG.com, and we are live. And it's the great evening. It is beautiful. I told everybody the groundhog didn't have to predict. I told you summer is going to sneak up in it. on us as soon as possible. It will be spring. That's right. It is beautiful in New York City, and I hope you're listening out there, everybody. We have a great show for you tonight. And I told you, Tony Blanton started off with some good music. I thought I was in Haiti and Haiti one minute because the music was jumping, and I really was enjoying it. So we're going to welcome you all to the King and Queen Radio.com. Of course, I got my host alongside here. Good evening. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm fantastic this
Well,
evening.
good. The weekend was good with you?
Yeah, it was kind of flew by because I spent most of it doing coding and stuff. But
Well, I know you're always doing coding. Well, this is the end of the week of the coding because we got to get the ball on the road. So tell us, you haven't went nowhere, did anything else besides just working with the station, huh?
no, not recently. It's like I got to New York right before COVID in the neighborhood I lived in the Bronx. It's like wasn't really a place you just went in and hung out unless you wanted trouble. So I'm not really familiar with New York.
So I want to say a shout out to all you folks out there on Facebook, Instagram. We are live on Instagram tonight here with you. So we want you to enjoy the show with us. And we got a great show here for you. Tony Blend on the 1 and 2. We want to say a good evening to him. And like to say a good evening to my team out there in Africa. Lot, Billion, Manny Ann, Beauty Queen Nassim, and Valentine. And of course, our DJ Pop Mark. And you know, our show start 12 midnight out in Nigeria. So I'll see y'all out in Nigeria at 12 midnight. So if you're just joining us for the first time, you're listening to King and Queen Radio, WVIP 93.5 FM, and we're live. We got some great topics to talk about tonight, boy. Or did you hear about Venezuela want to invade Guyana?
No, actually, I missed on that one. What are they invading them for?
Well, they're invading them because they say it was their country before, and they're saying now Guyana come up with all this oil, and there's certain village or place there, which is an indigenous Indian place, and now Venezuela say they don't care, they want it, and they're gonna go in and get it. So, what do you think about that?
Well, I mean, it's like that kind of sounds like what Russia's trying to do with. I mean, they annexed those two areas over there in Eastern Europe, right, and part of the Ukraine. And now I guess they're going back through the old receipts and trying to invalidate the purchase
you
of
see,
Alaska.
I told people when you tear down a lot of the things that's been put up, you're only gonna open up the worms from the people from the past that come in and start invading. And we look at it, Brooklyn is owned by the Dutch. So, you know, you knock down all the statues, the greatest statues that those men fought, those men to bring the country to where it's be. Now, what's going to stop Netherlands and Dutch from walking in here and say, well, you know, Brooklyn belongs to us?
Well, I mean, before that, it belonged to the Native Americans. So
Well, did it belong to the Native Americans?
yeah, well, not to them, because
It
to
didn't
them you
belong to
couldn't
the
own
Native
land.
Americans
Right?
because if you look at history, the Moors was here too. Now, people like to overlook the Moors, but the Moors was part of the United States way before the American Indians crossed the Iberia, they call it, peninsula. See, you got to look at your history good when you talk to me. Remember, all those people from Peru, Uruguay, and all those countries. Remember, those people from Iberia settled in those places and traveled here to the Americas. So, in a way, when you try to run the Mexicans and stuff out of America and run the Spanish out of here, if you look at it, they was the indigenous here before everybody.
Yeah, and I mean most of the people that they had on this side, as far as I know, it's like they trace them back to coming up through Siberia
That's
and
what I'm
crossing the
talking
land
about.
bridge, right? So
Yes. So those people are the ones when you say Native America, you got to be careful with that word Native America. What is Native America? That's what I want you to explain to me, because I don't see nobody being a Native American.
Well, personally, it seemed to me like it's like when they came here and they wiped out an entire race of people to steal their land. Those were probably at that point in time the natives.
But
Now they're no
was it
longer
the Americas?
It wasn't the Americas till they called it the Americas.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. We need to get to the real name of the country
It's just like they
before we call it America. Because if you're gonna say Native America and socialize them with having Native America, then I would say you're wrong. Then Christopher Columbus can get credit too, because he the one called it the Americas, didn't he?
No, actually, I think that came later. But it was just called the New Land, right?
What did the Indians call it? Did anybody ever ask them what they call it?
They just basically I forget the native word for it, but Mother Earth is all it was. I mean, they didn't name it like that.
Well, if you want to call it from my people, from Peru and all, and from from coming from the Mayas, I come from the Mayas. So you want to call it? We used to call it Pachamama.
Yeah. We did a sweat one time with she was a Aztec priestess from Puerto Rico, and she did like a little seminar where she discussed their mythology, which they have a like really hard mythology for me to relate to, because it's kind of weird, and there's like the Aztec words are kind of tongue twisters, right? So they got a lot of consonants in them, so it's kind of hard to follow and keep track of who's who. But it's like then she discussed, like, because they didn't really leave them much of their heritage to pick up, and their struggle to
Keep talking.
their struggle to what
They
is
struggle
the
to-
problem with this anyway? Their struggle to basically reclaim their heritage, and relearn their past is quite difficult. So I mean, it really at the time, it really brought home to me just how how bad it is when you destroy the past, the heritage of a people,
you can't
right?
destroy the past. When I hear people say, "Let's destroy the past,"
I don't see.
well, if you destroy the past, then you are asking for trouble, because destroying the past only is saying when you destroy the past, you're only saying bring in somebody before the past.
Well, basically, I mean, your heritage is your heritage. Without it, it kind of takes away. It kind of takes away your roots. So the fact that all they had to like assemble their history with was a few pages of a codex. I mean, they didn't.
Well, now let's be real. We're gonna get realistic here. Now, I'm going to Mama Africa, where my relatives and family come from as well, because I'm what you call a mixed breed. But anyway, my family from Africa. Africa, once upon a time, was just Africa. Abiola, you can run anywhere you wanna, and you didn't have to have no set regulations and rules.
Yeah.
You understand? So when you talk about like the Maya calendar, the consonants, you can't say it. Those different peoples at that time, they knew what it meant.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they did.
You understand? It wasn't meant for us to know, because in their mind, that was their land and they was going to be there forever.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like the odd thing about it is it almost seems to me like because according to the teachers I've had that are from that culture, it sounds to me almost like the human sacrifice thing had been ended before the Spaniards showed up.
Yeah,
So it was basically they had been doing it at one point in time, and then they quit.
they quit.
And it's like the Spaniards just used it as basically they found out that they had done it, and they used that against them. It
Use that
basically,
against them as based on religion.
yeah, as an excuse to wipe them out. Basically, oh, they're godless heathens. They practice human sacrifice. But I think that's kind of I think it had ended before the Spaniards showed up, because you talk to a Toltec, and I mean, they make it sound like the human sacrifice had ended long, long, long ago.
So, yes, okay. Okay, so boy, we thought we was recording it. I'm sorry, folks
Yeah.
out there. This is another error on my man on the manager. Okay, hello, folks. Welcome to the King and Queen Radio. You lost such a beautiful topic. I do apologize on that, but if you listen on the radio code, you didn't miss anything. So that's why you have to stay tuned on kingandqueenradio.com to make sure you get everything and know what we're talking about and what's going on. So taking it back to those people. Now, we so settled in our culture in America. Do you actually believe we always gonna have this land and this culture?
Oh, no. I mean, life as we know it's about to end.
Okay, so you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So we so comfortable in our America right now, and we got all our technology going on. But did you know with a one bomb drop, it's the end of our America, and we have to start all over again, and we could be under any dictation.
Basically, I mean, even without the wars they're trying to start right now, the life as we know it's about to end. I mean, the environmental crisis is going a lot faster than they expected. I guess they really didn't take they should have. I mean, they teach you the math in university, right? But they didn't take in the acceleration factor. Like basically the downhill slope, right? So it basically all their estimates of how it's going to go down are way, way, way off. I mean, it's like it's becoming a serious issue real quick, and I mean, you don't see anybody doing anything about it.
Okay, so now, are we having a war with humans, you believe, or are we having a war with technology? Because right now, technology, and this Elon Musk have made where now anybody who paralyzed, he have made something and they passed it that they can practice on people. And now he made it, all you got to think about it, and you can move your legs, your arms, and every part of your body.
Oh yeah, they've actually. I was reading too. They've actually made basically they've melded flesh and robotics together to make like cyborg. Basically, it wasn't like a full cyborg. It was just like an arm, right? But they made a cybernetic arm.
Yes. So now, what do you think this generation coming to?
Well, and I mean, just on the technology side, I mean,
we have a war going on right now with technology.
Oh yeah, the AI. There's an AI arms race going already. I mean, they're getting robot armies and stuff.
Yeah, because look at this right now. Let's say I didn't like you, and I was another country. All I got to be setting up my AI to be ready to attack.
Well, that, and I mean,
how are you gonna stop that?
You also got the battle going on the internet too, because it's like the AI will replicate itself, and you give it a mission, and it just keeps going till it. As I was learning about it, it was giving me chills because it's not the AI that we got to worry about. Everybody's like, "Oh, AI is going to kill us all." No, AI ain't going to do a damn thing to us. But whoever the heck's controlling it.
That's what I'm just saying. That's what I just said to you. Yeah, I'm behind and I don't like you. You building something so good. So I'm going to build something now without nobody knowing secretly.
And sick it on you, right?
And sick it on you.
I mean.
And the war began because now you can't find the robot, which one is really the one that I fixed to
Yeah,
destroy.
and and it's like seriously, like you start learning about AI, it scares the hell out of
It's
you
really
because
scary.
it's a
I'm
lot.
really scared of
It's
AI
really
because it can take over everything, do everything. People can sit in their house right now and be watching us right here from God knows where.
yeah. If I'd
That's
had
what we're
AI
talking
when I
about.
was growing up, I'd rule the world by now.
Yeah, you can't rule the world. Because mastermind people, you put them behind AI, you could forget it. Because remember, they got scientists and people who doing the technology and astronaut, but you got people out there who's not even out there in that field who learn this stuff sitting up in their house.
Yeah, and who knows what kind of crazy
And
agenda
they
they're
all
following,
and they
right?
get that they can look on the internet and be able to find out to get the parts. And some minds are so good that they know how to substitute any part.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like I play that game Magic the Gathering, and it's like the way some of the cards interact. It's the same type of thinking. Pe-
You don't have to go to the store to use cash. You order the food, it comes to your house.
Exactly. They have a robot car bringing it to you.
Yeah.
Because now they can put cars to work on its own. So all
Yeah,
you got to do get a car to direction, a little cars, and send them to the people's houses.
yeah.
That's what I think they're going to do eventually. And then people not going to use cash. Everything is going to be about credit cards.
Well, they already started that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a new world now.
They're going to go more deeper in it. And then the people who can do that, I don't know what's going to happen to them. But this is what they're going to do with everything. Make it like that. Everything's computerized. That's why people have to learn the computer.
Well, I feel sorry. Some people can't. Some people can't read and write. So if you can't read and write, you dead.
Yeah.
People don't have that advantage.
Yes, coming from other country. But I can tell you something. Even though how poor a country is, for some reason they put computers in there, and those kids learn computer faster than we do as Americans.
You know what? I was flying to I believe it was Denver one time to go work on some locomotives, and I just happened the guy I was sitting next to just happened to be a guy that he teaches how to build locomotive bridges, right?
Wow.
Locomotive structures. So we were talking, and one of the things he said is, "Man, it's so much easier to teach foreign students because even though they barely understand the language,
They can learn.
they want to learn.
They have the mind to learn.
They want that
That's
knowledge.
one of the reasons why the President Biden was thinking when he let all the foreigners in.
Yeah, that they'd want,
They
right?
want to learn, but see, he underestimated that the country ain't gonna let the best people out.
Well, see, I
don't
got a
think
whole
if
different
I've got
take
a
on the
good
whole
job
thing,
in my
but
country and I got everything going for me, I'm gonna jump on some boat and try to escape to America, where I'm not gonna have the same opportunity that I had in my country.
But that's what they're doing now.
well,
The
that
immigrant they're doing now.
Yeah, but they
but
coming here, but that most of them prisoners and a lot of them warfare people, and the country is getting rid of them. I won't say everybody because not everybody's a criminal.
Right.
Some
well,
people just don't like the regime of the country, and they want a better life.
Better life in America.
well, it's like I lived in one of the neighborhoods where they sent the in Texas where they sent the refugees from Katrina, and it's like basically New Orleans didn't
Well,
get rid of its
someone
best
from
citizens.
foreign told me today, and I know they're listening to the show. They told me today Biden only give them 2 years. What they gonna do after 2 years?
Wow. They're gonna send them back?
That's what that may be the issue. After 2 years, they only got 2 years here. So that's for voting. That's for something else.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like the place is crowded. They don't know where to put them.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're having a big old slug out over the whole thing because it's like basically the Biden administration is getting pinned against the wall over it.
Well, they just made making some law, trying to put it in law that the citizens can capture the people.
Yeah, well, let's see how that works
now,
out.
What it look like citizen going there trying to capture these people?
Does that mean we get to carry guns too?
You go up there, them people talking about go back. Are you kidding me? They're warriors.
That's a setup there.
They're gonna beat your behind right there at the border.
Yeah, they fight you, and then the cops show up, and you get charged with a hate crime.
Well, we gotta go and yes, go ahead. Okay.
Yes, Sister DOBONG.
Yes, Tony Bland.
I think you invited me to put a little commentary
Yes, I did.
into the show, and I did want to say something I find interesting. Ched mentioned about sound waves, and he's talked about lost books of the Bible and everything. So I just wanted to say something along that wavelength. Did you know that in the Bible there's actually a battle of AI? There's something called the battle of AI, and the battle of AI. They were only 2 miles away from Jericho. And what's interesting is that in the battle of AI, it's all about Joshua sending spies. So now you got AI, which stands for artificial intelligence, and spying. So that's one realm. And then here's what's interesting. The wall of Jericho fell in about 1500 BC. The battle of AI happened only 100 years prior.
What book is that anyway? Which
good.
It's the book of Joshua.
Really?
The battle of AI.
I'm gonna have to read that again. It's been a long time, so because like after reading the Gospel of Judas, it's like
go to Joshua.
It probably give a different outlook to it because he did a lot of prophesizing in the few short pages of that gospel, that survived, and I mean those prophecies were so spot on, and it gave me chills, and I had to jump up and pace for a little while. So I'll have to look at that. I'll have to look at that chapter again because
that's interesting. I'm thrilled. How did you come up on that?
Well, I was aware of this for years and years.
You see what I told you?
Yeah, and
I mean the Bible inside out. So when you come to that Bible, you better know what you're talking about.
With the sound waves things, that's the first thing I thought of when it started talking about that. Well, actually, what I was reading about the thing that Tesla was working on before he passed away, which used sound waves.
Yeah, with Tesla, what happened with Tesla was that he was he had a machine. It wasn't the death penalty. It was for animals, something with the animals to put the animals down. Wow. That was a situation with Tesla and the sound waves. And the thing is, there's AC current and then there's DC current.
Yeah.
And Tesla is responsible for all the AC current.
Yeah.
All the whole city, most of the whole world or whatever is just like we powered on Tesla.
Oh, he was a brilliant man.
Energy.
Wow.
Yeah,
the car, the company actually, but it's weird too because I mean he just ended up on where you don't hear about him much. You hear a lot about Edison, but hardly anything about Tesla. Like when I was going to school and stuff, but man,
because they don't want you to tap into him.
Yeah, probably not because he knew he knew he was the one that actually kind of tend to the fact that the universe is comprised of sound waves.
The man who started electric, what was his name again? What's his name? Con Edison?
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison. What was he? He had to be somewhere on that level too.
Well, yeah. Basically, see that they were debating because houses use direct current, right? But it comes in alternating current because basically when the induced current is alternating because it's made by the spinning of a motor which creates a sine wave, right? Direct current isn't like that. It's usually like a chemical induced or anyway. Long story short, they were debating on whether they were going to transport stuff by alternating current or direct current to the houses, and in that Tesla won out because it just took less resources to get to transport that electricity across the nation.
Wow.
There was just too much. It would require too huge of stations in order to correctly distribute the electricity all over the place. So they went
Well,
with
folks,
alternating current.
you're getting a little bit of history, and I know you want to hear some good old music. So we get ready to take you back to Tony Flynn. We're live on WVIP 93.5 FM, and we want to say welcome, welcome. And I have a guest here. I ain't saying her name, but I appreciate she here. I love her. And it's such a beautiful evening in New York City, and I'm happy. I'm happy to be here with you folks. And don't forget, I'm Sister DOBONG. If you got troubles and you need your loved one back and you want to get your life straightened out, maybe things is not way you want it to be, or you feel like, hey, something is wrong with me. I need some changes in my life. I need to talk to somebody. I'm going places and I'm still feeling unhappy. I need to call Sister DOBONG. And that's right. You got that answer right. You make sure you call me Sister DOBONG. And that's 718-253-7273. Again, that's 718-253-7273. One more time, 718-253-7273. And I'm waiting on that pizza man to come. And this show is dedicated to the Saint Harmony Franklin. Harmony Franklin Day today, and the celebration began. We're going to eat some pizza, and we're going to drink some soda tonight. So enjoy the celebration of Harmony Franklin.
1, 2, 3, run it. Yeah. Captain nous avancer, et rappeler nous pas camper encore. Ça fait longtemps Captain commence. C'est la gagne qu'on aime qu'à dire, nous la pour la vie. Investi nous aider, nos défis nous aider. Et nous déterminer. Génération yo a changé, chaque jazz mon style yo adopté. Nous-mêmes nous faisons fanatique yo approuvé, nous la pour la vie. Investis nous l'aider, nos défis nous lever, et nous déterminer. On passe son héritage, les mouches en baguette. Après merci tout jazz, qui vivait l'ensemble. Fanatique avancé, investi faire claquer. Nous avons gazé.
Sapase, if you're tuning in, want to say greetings to all the Haitians listening to us tonight and everybody listening to tonight. We are a multicultural radio program, so we play a little of everything. And so don't forget, you can always call us in tonight. The number is 718-253-4239. That's 718-253-4239 or 718-676-0820. And next week, we'll be giving you where you can write us in and we'll be able to talk. Matter of fact, you can go right now on the webpage, kingandqueenradio.com, and you can write us on the webpage right now. We have a chat room on there. I know you're on the chat room right now on kingandqueenradio.com, and I know you're chatting away. So go on kingandqueenradio.com right now on the chat room and write us. This reminds me of the old days, the ska. I want to say a shout out to all my Jamaicans out there. I hope you are enjoying this music. Do you remember the ska? Those was the days. Oh, yes, I know you remember. We got some good music to you. Shout out to the Rastas out there. Big up Rasta. Okay, so I know you're listening in out there, so I want to give you a big shout out. Okay, we're going to take that caller.
Hello, Zina. It's Aaron Bates. How are you?
It's fine. Good evening, Mr. Bates.
Yeah, I just wanted to say to everyone listening, we would love to promote your music or business on our radio stations. And please give me a call. My name is Aaron Bates. I'm the marketing director for the radio stations. And please give me a call at 732 666 8403. Again, that's Aaron Bates, and my phone number is 732 666 8403. And if you call and get my voicemail, always leave your name and number, and I'll call you back. And have a great show, Zina.
And thank you, Mr. Bates.
You too. God bless.
Happy Valentine.
Happy Valentine's.
That's right. It's getting ready to get that Valentine. Where your Valentine at? That's right. If you got no Valentine, you need someone in your life, give Sister DOBONG a call because I'm going to give you those love baths. I got those spiritual love baths waiting on you. So make sure you call me 718-253-7273. Having financial problems, don't worry no more. Go on sisterdubong.com. Your lucky numbers is waiting for you right now. sisterdubong.com. And make sure you get the prayers waiting on you. All the spiritual prayers is there, and the remedies how to do things. So cheap, cheap, cheap. No more than $3. So go there and check it out, and that will help the station. Do send your donations to kingandqueenradio.com. And if you don't know how to get King and Queen Radio, just go on Google and say kingandqueenradio.com, and it'll pull up the page. So you don't have to go looking for. Go say, hey, Google, hey, Siri, kingandqueenradio.com, and you will hear the music playing. And again, Alexis, you can hear us there as well. And don't forget, you can get Brooklyn Station on your phone. That's brooklynstation.com. So check out brooklynstation.com, and let's hear some jazz, some R&B, and maybe some good house music. So tune in every Monday night from 9 to 2 a.m. Don't forget 12 a.m. We're going to Africa. If you just joined us now, we want to say to you, God bless you, and make sure everything is going your way. So, okay, my lady. Okay, my lady, you have 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. KingandQueenRadio.com. All right, God bless you here. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so folks, we got to take the music back to some music, and we'll take a little quick break, and we'll be right back. Enjoy Tony Blend.
There is a war of poverty out in the street, yeah. Thinking toward the luxury, finding time to sleep. Get to people juggling on the front, man. Night and day, I'm always on the hunt. Working myself just like a mule, yeah. Sending children to school. Can't afford to leave the front, leave me. Night and day, I'm always on the hunt. In this your war of poverty, yeah. War of poverty. Believe me. Vigilante on patrol, yeah. Every man is looking at his own payroll. Can't afford to leave the street, yeah. Rent up he pay, clothes up he wear, food up he eat. In this war of poverty, yeah. Out the street. Who we are? Got to keep on the beat. In this war, Lord. Vigilante on patrol, yeah. Believe me. Every man is looking his own payroll. Can't afford to leave the street, believe you me. Cause rent up he pay, clothes up he wear, food up he eat. There is a war of poverty out in the street, yeah. Believe me, can't enjoy the luxury, finding time to sleep. War of poverty out in the street. I can't afford to leave the house. In this war of poverty, yeah. Night and day, I'm always on the hunt. I can't afford to get me. I can't enjoy the luxury. When you fly together, like birds of some feather. Stay together, like birds of some feather. I've sing many, many sweet, sweet songs, yeah.
Sweet,
Lord,
sweet songs,
and there's a lot more to come.
more to come.
But to me there is no sweeter song, yeah.
Sweeter
Like
songs,
the song of freedom. Lord,
freedom song.
preacher boy once told I of a flood. Then he tried to stuck us in the mud. For 40 days and 40 nights, yeah. All that was shedding was the African blood. Lord, united we stand, yeah. Lord, divided we fall. One and all. The bottom let us all united in break down Babylon's wall. Oh, break it down.
Sweet, sweet songs,
Break it down, down, down.
sweeter
Let it
songs,
tremble to the ground. Oh,
sweet, sweet songs.
into the lost in. Lead me,
Freedom song,
they'll surely be found. Oh, break it down, down, down. Let it crumble. Let's break down the walls,
sweet, sweet songs,
walls of Babylon.
sweeter song,
United we stand,
sweet, sweet song,
and divided we fall.
freedom song,
Preacher boy once told I of a flood. Then he tried to stuck us in the mud. For 40 days and 40 nights, all that was shedding was the African blood. United we stand,
united we stand,
yeah. Divided we fall. One and all. So brothers, let us all united. Need and break down Babylon's wall. Break it down, down, down.
sweet, sweet songs,
Let it crumble.
sweeter
Take it
songs,
down to the ground.
sweet, sweet songs,
And even take fire. Down.
freedom songs,
Shall surely fall.
sweet, sweet songs.
Break it down, down, down. Then some goes. Oh, well. Seems I wasn't fit for their society. No. So they kept remanding me in their custody. So take a look, take another look, yeah. See what's happening in town, love. Take a look, Take another look, yeah, man. Cause they just can't keep the good men down. Dooby 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 dooby. Lord of mercy. That's how it goes. Got to let you know, boy, believe you me, boy. Now they took I from station to station to solve their situation. That's what they did. In the West End, a very, very sad vacation. While they were looking for promotion, oh, I feel so sad. It makes me mad. I'm just so bad. Believe me, that's how life goes. I want you to know. Seems I wasn't fit for their society. Believe me, and so they kept remanding me in their custody. So take a look, take another look, yeah. See what is happening in town. Take a look, yeah. Take another look, people. Cause they just can't keep the good man down.
And you know what? I like
Attention, New York City. We are inviting you to join us on our regular Monday night show on King and Queen Radio / Brooklyn Station with latest informations in arts, science, music, and entertainment. You can be part of the program as a guest, co-host, and a business owner, advertising your products and services as well. So don't miss out the opportunity to get your voice heard. Tune in every Monday, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. West African Time. Call us on 718-253-7273. Don't miss out. Monday Night Show. See you there.
And you know what? I like
Attention, New York City. We are inviting you to join us on our regular Monday night show on King and Queen Radio / Brooklyn Station with latest informations in arts, science, music, and entertainment. You can be part of the program as a guest, co-host, and a business owner, advertising your products and services as well. So don't miss out the opportunity to get your voice heard. Tune in every Monday, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. West African Time. Call us on 718-253-7273. Don't miss out. Monday Night Show. See you there.
Tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. To the top radio, worldwide, Brooklyn station, Queen Radio. What you thought?
What you listening to? In your radio? I'm in stereo. Tap into the frequency. King and Queen Radio. In your stereo. What you listening to? What you listening to? If you're the Queen and Queen Radio, hey, what you listening to? Hey. What What you listening to? If you're the King and Queen Radio, radio. Yeah. Can you feel it? Go. Hey, what you listening to? Go. Two-step. Keep a two-step. King and Queen Radio. King and Queen Radio. King and Queen Radio. King and Queen Radio. Radio. King and Queen Radio. Radio. We can stay short. What you listening to? What you listening to? What they listening to? If you're the King and Queen Radio. Radio. Yeah. Maestro Will. Oh. What you listening to? In your radio. I'm in stereo. Tap into the frequency. King and Queen Radio.
From the city that never sleeps, comes with a broadcast that keeps it real. From the city that never sleeps, comes 93.5 FM. Whoa, Brooklyn to the world, with sounds and contents to heal your soul. We're giving you the news, the vibes and entertainment, education and stuff. We're giving you the best, we're nothing but the best. So just sit back, relax, enjoy yourself. Whether you at home and whether you at work, 24/7 we're still showing love. Kings and Queens Radio. 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 Kings and Queens Radio.
Kings and Queen Meditation brings you entertainment, news, education, information, multicultural radio station, 93.5 FM.
Don't touch that dial.
Real sound, no faking. Yeah. That's what's yeah. So beautiful. Yeah. Are you feeling down today? And you wanna get yourself happy? Are you feeling sad today? Yeah. Are you feeling down today? And you wanna get yourself happy? Are you feeling sad today? Yeah. Tune in to 93.5 King and Queen Radio. You need best songs and shows on your radio. Sister DOBONG shows every day from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Yeah, don't give up. Just tune into your radio. Every Monday, the we go Jamaican and African show from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Oh, tune into King and Queen Radio, where you will feel inside. King and Queen Radio, where no one to talk to. King and Queen Radio. Yeah. King and Queen Radio. Don't let your morning so boring. King and Queen Radio. Tune into your best station. King and Queen Radio. The best music, best shows. King and Queen Radio. You need a beautiful Monday, yeah. King and Queen Radio. From Monday to Monday, every Wednesday, 12:20 in the countdown. Every Tuesday to Thursday, King and Queen with arts and music. Your jazz music every day, from 1 a.m. to 3 p.m. Country music every day, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Yeah, Jamaican music every Monday to Saturday. Special life music from Caliban, Africa, every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. International reggae dance song every day, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. The best online radio. From New York, we take it worldwide, yeah. Tune into King and Queen Radio, where you will feel inside. King and Queen Radio, when no one to talk to. King and Queen Radio. Yeah, 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 yeah. King and Queen Radio. Don't let your morning so boring. King and Queen Radio. Tune into your best station. King and Queen Radio. The best music, best shows. King and Queen Radio. You need a beautiful Monday, yeah. King and Queen Radio. From Monday to Mondays. Smokes mix in the kitchen.
The following is an independently produced program. The views and claims expressed on this program by its host and guests are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or its advertisers. For advertising, call the CEO, Lady Queen Zina Bevel, at 718-253-7273.
Views expressed on this program are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of the station, its management, or other advertisers. Use of this site and all services provided therein are for personal use only. King and Queen Radio holds no responsibility for the validity or accuracy of the information given. Views expressed on this program are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of the station, its management, or other advertisers. Use of this site and all services provided therein are for personal use only. Brooklyn Station holds no responsibility for the validity or accuracy of the information given.
Third world, music on a item course. Third world, music is a vital force. Third world, music on a item course. All over the world, people on the double, yeah. Men, women, boys, and girls are keeping up the struggle. Roots and culture, music rocking, just a bubble, just a bubble. People looking for peace, they don't want no trouble, yeah. For so many years we have worked to develop with blood, sweat, and tears. We will never ever give up yet, so we will continue this very fight for victory. Let's stand up strong and unite for the sake of history. Third world, music as a vital force. Third world, music and a vital core. Third world, music is a vital force. Third world, music and a vital core. No nuclear war gonna hold us back. Can't hold us back. We have reached very far, so we can't afford to stop here. No, 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 no. This is a stride that is leading us to sea. Man and man living in unity, feeling fine and feeling irate. We have got the power, we have got the faith to liberate our brothers from greed and hate. Oh, Jack, inspire us with a song to lead mankind from the path of wrongs.
Welcome back to the King and Queen Radio, Brooklyn Station.com. We're live live. We all over the place. I mean, we on Zina Palin. We on Instagram. Wherever you at out there, hello. Welcome. And we got Tony Blend on the 1 and 2. He's just blending that good old music up. I mean, we're a multicultural radio program. Don't forget to visit our station, brooklynstation.com. If you haven't been there, go check it out, brooklynstation.com. We are live now on King and Queen Radio. But next week I'm gonna have it set up over here, so we running simultaneous on Brooklyn Station, King and Queen Radio. We have to do it on this end, and my team over there, they run on both stations because they set it up over there on their side. So we have to set it up here. So next week, hopefully, we just won't be on kingandqueenradio.com, but you can see us on the video. Hello, and if you're writing us out there, I can't get to you. Leave your messages on King and Queen Radio or brooklynstation.com. We have the chat room there, and our person will be given a new chat room. We're going to be getting a real great chat room next week. This is just the start. So we want to thank you, and if you'd like to donate, send us a donation on King and Queen Radio, brooklynstation.com, sisterdebong.com. Cash App, Zina Palin. That's 631-612-1742. If you want to send me something by Cash App, again, that's Zina Palin, Zina Palin, and that's 631-612-1742. I want to say welcome. We have a great show. And we've been discussing a lot of great things here. So we want to bring up another discussion. And we want to thank our DJ here participating with us, Tony Blend. So tell us what's up.
I have a secret here that I don't know. This is not. I don't know this. Let me just get straight to the point.
Okay.
This is for both. This is for everybody. This is on the topic of computers, and I think the last show we did, you mentioned Sesame Street.
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is a fact. 1983, there was a song on the Sesame Street. They even put out an album. Sesame Street had Cookie Monster singing Google Bugle. Okay? He must have said Google 5 million times on that song. 1983. Google was not established as a start or an invention or created in 1998. Google was made in 1998. Google Bugle from Cookie Monster is 1983. Now, this is the deep part. This is the deep part. Yes, the kicker. I decided to take Google and put it in a numerical value and assign a number for each letter.
Wow.
Google would be 7. G is the 7th letter of the alphabet. O is the 15th letter. So it's 7, 15, 15, 7. And L would be 12. And E would be 5. I added all those numbers up. And Google numerically adds up to 61. Did you know 61 years ago from 1998 makes it 1937? That was when the first electronic computer was created by a man named John from Iowa, a mathematician and a physicist. Can you believe it?
I'm shocked. I got to get Professor here.
I'm gonna say that one. I'm gonna say that one more time. I'm gonna say that one more time. Google was created 1998. Cookie Monster had a Google Bugle song. 1983, 15 years ago. Google numerically adds up to 61, and 61 years back from 1998 is 1937. That's when the first electronic computer was created.
Well, if you think about it, though, I mean, Google was it was kind of the baby of people that would be regularly classified as nerds if you were in high school and stuff, right? So you never know; they might actually meant to do that.
That's another. Yeah, that's that. You know, they might say it was created in '98. It might have been hidden. It might have been hidden somewhere and not put out. But
We got a phone call coming in. Well, I'm shocked.
I mean, it could have been the kind of geeks that are really good at what's the word? What was that game they had? Oh, Trivial Pursuit, right? They had like all that knowledge, and they just used like their math to come up with that.
Triple pursuit. Do we have a caller there? Okay, let me put that. Hello, caller.
Hello, hi D. Good night. How are you?
Good night, and how are you? What's going on?
I'm feeling way better now that I get to speak to you.
That is so beautiful, and it's a pleasure talking to you tonight. Where have you been on honeymoon?
No, not yet, not yet. I'll take that though.
Well, I see you in the stars. Look like you get ready to go on honeymoon.
Yeah, honeymoon. Thank you, Jesus. I need that. Are you just trying to make me feel better?
Yeah, I think so. Do you want to go on a honeymoon?
Yes, I do.
You can't wait,
Well,
no, girl, I need that. I've been praying for that for so long. If it happened, it's a miracle.
Well, don't worry. It'll happen. It'll happen. So, boyfriend acting up, or he doing good, or we got to tame him down?
Well, he's coming, but, he's getting a little, bewildered, but still, I still got to try to get closer to him. That's what I need. He's coming around this week, but I still need to get more communication and, just the happiness back, the joy that we once shared,
Well, you did a couple baths, so I think now we got to do a ritual with a candle. And because you'd already done drew him in. And so now we got to get him where he got to stay. But he got too many of them out there going to fight us. We got to be ready for this battle. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. You ready? I think on this battle, we have to use 7 African powers. Did you ever use that before?
Yeah, I know that. I haven't used that in some years. The candle.
I get the 7 African powers. You're gonna get a red string.
A red string.
A red, like a ribbon, a red ribbon. Get it enough that you can tie around your wrist.
Tie around my wrist?
Get the string first, and I'm gonna tell you what to do. Once you get the string, you're gonna tie 7 knots in it. Each knot, you're gonna say, "I tie you to me. I tie you to me. I tie you to me.
I tie you to me."
All right, you're gonna do that with the red ribbon. You're gonna do that 7 different knots in the ribbon. Now you
7 knots.
7 knots. Now, once you got all that together, you're gonna pray over it, and then you're gonna tie the knot around the 7 African candle. Oh, you understand?
Tie a knot around the African candle. What color?
Tie the ribbon around the candle itself, the glass candle.
So I have 2 different ribbons, one for me and one for the candle.
No, use that same ribbon, tie it around the candle, light the candle, pray what you want, and then take the ribbon off and put it on your wrist for 7 days.
Okay, let's go back. So you said the 7 African powers, I'm going to get a red string. I'm going to tie a knot 7 times and say, "Tie you to me 7 times. After that, I take it off and I tie it around the candle.
Correct. Then you pray over the candle, light the candle, and take the ribbon off and put it on your left wrist and wear it for 7 days.
Left wrist for 7 days.
And then you pray that prayer on the 7 African power candle for 7 days, okay?
Wow, it's a lot for him this time.
Well, you want him, don't you?
Yeah, you got a lot of people to take him away, huh?
You got to tie him good. You can't let him go. You got to hold on to it.
Yeah.
All right, so you got to do your homework.
Yeah.
Can't be complaining about your homework. You want your man, right?
I hope I get a good ribbon that's going to stay. I probably need twine. I don't know if that ribbon is going to stay.
You got to keep it around that wrist. Now you got to tie it around that wrist. But don't tell people what it is, because then you never know who's going to go back and tell the woman that you tied at that man.
To tie the ribbon, how long the ribbon stays on me?
Keep it for 7 days at the pray.
7 days it stays on me.
There you go.
And then I put it around the candle.
You put it on the candle first, and then you tie it on you. Go back and listen to the tape, okay? Because we wasted time.
All right.
Okay, your lucky,
all right,
your lucky number is 500.
Now look, I've been trying to get this manager position. I did a little candle already. What do you think?
What you do?
I did a what is it? It's a job candle.
You back in the TV books again, getting them old stupid remedies. And then when you turn him upside down, he run. Then you'll want to know why.
No, it's a candle for the job, a promotion.
Oh, okay. Then go ahead, get that promotion, girl. You
So
got
500.
You did the work for him and got promotion for him, and he ran away. You got to bring him back. You hooked him up with more money, and he ran.
Yeah, because he got the money, but he wanted to stay where we were at the location. How we gonna get him to come back is what we need.
I know you done tied him up in another place. Now you can't get him out. We got to work on it. Do your ribbon, okay?
All right, good. All right. Bye.
All right, folks,
Send you
if
something.
need Sister
Love you.
Devon,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Give me a call daily. That's 718-253-7273. All right, we're going to go back to this conversation. Take off.
All right. Now, where were we? Oh.
Tony?
Yeah, you were talking about some nerds.
Oh, yeah. I was saying with as far as the mathematical thing, that's kind of the type of thinking that the people that created Google back in the day, that's most likely the way they thought, right? Because it's like when you get into heavy computing, I'm just finding out there's a whole heck of a lot of math to it. So they may have actually done that on purpose.
It could be. I'll just say one more thing. I'm not really serious about it, but when I thought about when I thought about the numerical value of Google and how it adds to 61, and 61 years ago was when they said the first electronical digital computer was created. This is time. You know, there's an article in the New York Post. You could look it up. I don't know if it's a gag, but it was only published 2 years ago in the New York Post that there's a picture from World War II where the guy looks like he's on a cell phone. So that's like a time travel situation going on.
Well, they're starting to say that time has a lot less meaning than we originally thought. It's like pretty flexible.
If you look at the way I think of time, it never changes. We don't change at all. We made the time with clock and all that, but I think we just stand still in a situation forever. You actually believe time is changing?
Well,
I mean, the weather is changing. There's night and day, but are we really changing in, how you say it, are we really changing?
You know, I strongly suspect that what we're in here is kind of some type of trap. You know, and
we're in a trap.
Basically, the way I phrased it, it's talking to some people the other day on Discord. There was that basically to really sum it up is we're on the wrong side of the door to hell. And we got to find the key, which is, frequency, and the brain is the key, right? You remember I was saying the mechanism that kept us trapped.
Back to aliens that we just dropped off here.
Well,
and we got to find our way through death to get back to where we originally was.
Death isn't really an escape either. I think the only way through is to figure out how to break that door, or figure out where the key is, right? I suspect, because like I said, it's like you had those monks that would have people pour gas on them, and they'd light themselves on fire, and they wouldn't make any. I mean, they just sit there peacefully, calmly, silently, and burn. And the reason I suspect they were able to do that is because they monks tend to see, they focus on quieting all the noise in the head, right? That monologue that's constantly going in our head.
Well, taking it back to what I say, we just matter. And if we know how to control the matter within the body, you can separate it. And you think you're burning the body, but you're not burning it all because it doesn't separate it. And you looking at one thing and it's not there.
Yeah, basically they were
That's
free
like
of
a
the
magician trick. A magician is really, and our DJ is a magician. And I think he may know it better than us. Do you sometime understand when you're doing these tricks? Do you really understand them all?
Well, okay, this is a true story. This actually happened. I didn't understand this, but I did a trick for my aunt, and she was leaving on a JetBlue flight at 8 o'clock. So I took the cards out, and I told her, I put it into 3 piles, and I said, pick 2 piles and turn them over. She turned over 2 piles, and there was a jack and an 8, and I was like, I was actually doing a premise of a subconscious trick. And I'm like, look at your energy and your subconscious mind and manipulated the cards. There's a jack for JetBlue and an 8 for 8 o'clock when her flight leaves. So I didn't understand that. That wasn't even part of the trick. I was like, who's blowing whose mind here? I don't.
Yeah, they have a lot of stream of consciousness stuff like that's happened throughout,
So
basically
is a
all the
magician,
history.
is it tricks? Is it just a twitch in nature?
Well,
some of it could be trick, but some
I
of
think
it's
a
not
little
trick.
a little of both, right?
Yeah, because some of it is naturally nature. And
Well-
that's the way some magicians turn dark, because it can get confusing. What is the trick and what's not a trick? Because you're dipping and dabbing in something and you're making an illusion of something disappear. But when you look around again after you done stop the trick, that still illusion is there.
Well, it's like basically you take the word magic and what that is supposed to define. Magic really is only science we don't understand yet, and who better than a magician to understand that?
Well, that's our DJ. Do you understand the whole, because you've been doing it for years now.
Yeah.
Do you understand the concept of magic?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is when your co-host was speaking on, he thinks that jobs should have an apprenticeship program. So that's, magic at one of its cores, whether it's just magic or witchcraft or wizardry, there's like I think there was a lot of apprenticeships with that. Like, you really wasn't supposed to go out there and think you're going to move some 15,000-pound stones with your brain and and levitate some rocks somewhere else. You maybe you needed to be trained. Maybe you needed to not just go out. Like nowadays, people could just say, okay, well, I want to go on YouTube and learn as many tricks as I can, and they're doing it alone. So I don't know if going out there alone is smart, or
Yeah, that's a pretty valid point. It's like
That's like playing with the Ouija board.
Well, one of the things about this culture is, for a weird reason, they tend to not have a lot of respect for their elders and their experience in America. They'd be like, "Screw you, old man, you don't know nothing."
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and they view old folk as feeble. But I mean, you look at an 80-year-old person, man. That 80-year-old person been getting their ass kicked every day for 80 years. I mean, it's like that's worthy of respect. I mean, if you can take an ass beating for 80 years and still be able to keep your stuff together, you deserve respect. I'll listen to what you got to say.
Well, young generation don't really care about none of that, because they look at it's their time, and you can't blame them too.
Yeah,
that's why the old folks used to say, everybody stay in their place. And they had certain rules to control that. This generation bring their young kids into their their lives and make them older than what they supposed to be. So you have to blame that on the old people. It was back in the olden days, young people say, mind your business. Don't meddle in old folks' business. Stay in your corner. I'm not talking to you. Shut up.
Yeah, I remember I used to get told that when I was young all the time.
Okay, but this generation of mothers tell the kids, oh, my kid is smart. They teach the kid what they know from young. So the kid is mimicking them, not really knowing what they really know. They only know what the parents experience, and they're going by the parents' experience and use it against them.
And I mean, that's it's like as I get the older I get, the more I discover that our parents never told us, right? And it's like,
And they had a separation in age too.
yeah,
Boys, if you was 2 years older than that person, you wasn't allowed to hang out with that person. You had to stay within your group level. This no more like that. So once you bring a kid up that way, the kid gonna act like you. Kids are mimicking. They gonna mimic you. So of course they see somebody out there who's trying to put them in place. They're gonna jump them in and fight them because they've been taught I'm equal as that person. You understand? So of course they don't have no respect for no older person. Why should they? They never was taught it. And blame the kid.
You know something? I want to just make one comment because it's very important that people get taught correctly, like you just said. Here's one thing. Somebody could read something, but this is how to teach something. Okay, a baby. You could throw a baby in a pool, right? By sight or video, everybody will think that that baby's swimming. That's just how it appears. But really, that baby's not old enough. They just have those reflexes that it looks like they're swimming, but they can't hold their breath correctly. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They're not old enough to really swim, but it looks like they're swimming.
Yeah, they're floundering, but they float.
They drown, but they float.
Yeah.
So you got probably a lot of young people now. They're just taking things at face value. This is what it looks like. This is what the video is, and it looks a certain way, but it's not how it looks.
Again, you cannot blame the kids.
Well, no. The
problem is you have to blame the adults.
Because I mean, kids basically learn by what they observe, and this is
go.
Adults. For some reason, they seem to forget what it was like when they were kids. Because I remember
most of them didn't have family,
and
you got to take it back to the reality. Remember, there was wars. Okay, people forgot about the Vietnam War and all this, the Gulf War and all the rest of the war. It took the fathers away from the home. The mothers had to stay working. So what was the kids doing?
They basically going to the state subsidized daycares and schools
and being taught by older teenage kids.
Well, that and I have it in black and white that they said they were going to offer subpar education and take control of the education of the youth through the state subsidized daycare centers. So, basically that's been a deliberate construct.
The mistake this country made, they took out physical education out the school, and they took out where they used to give employment. Remember they used to give employment?
See, I don't remember that, but I didn't finish high school.
Where they used to give trades.
Yeah, I remember going to metal shop. Yeah.
You had to take a trade.
They don't have that anymore?
No, long years they don't have it. So what did kid learn? They used to have to go to the gym because they had to go.
They don't have gym no more?
No. That been stopped long years ago.
Wow.
So once you took that away, kids didn't have nothing to discipline them.
Yeah. And I mean they've come to kind of a consensus where steady, consistent, impartial, and fair discipline is one of the best things you can do for your child. Is what they've come to conclude now. And you say discipline, and people think beating the child. Well, no, beating was for when you had to get the child's attention because the child refused to pay attention. I mean, at some point in time or another, it's like you gotta have boundaries.
Well, now most parents don't have boundary with their kids because the law dictate you can't do it. It's abuse. So how do you
discipline your child?
What is right and what is wrong?
Boy, I tell you, my mama, she got tired of beating me because she couldn't beat me enough to get me to mind. So she started making me write sentences. That I hated that.
And my mom used to make me stand on one foot. Stand on that one foot and better not go down.
Mm-hmm.
So I should be good on one foot today.
I've done that.
I should know how to balance real well.
I've done the stand in the corner, but I'll tell you what, them sentences there, man, if anything would have been able to deter me,
Well,
it would have been
so
them.
Educated now, so that was very good. That's worse than my mother. Didn't like me speaking patois English, and she used to make me sit in a chair and study Webster all goddamn day. That was a misery. You can't get up until you learn these words.
Yeah, and
I hated them encyclopedia books. They used to order the books to the house. Remember they used to sell them?
The big old Encyclopedia Britannica.
I said, now she's going to make me sit there and study this book. Well, we're going to take you back to some music.
Me shall bow and every tongue shall tell.
Now blessed is the Lord thy God, and blessed are they that do his work. I receive it, we have received it, who have sent we. And you receive it, who have sent we have received it, the Lord thy God. Coco T, Garnet Silk, and Charlie Chaplin. Do it!
Oh, well now. Giving Isis to Holy Selassie the first.
The following is an independently produced program. The views and claims expressed on this program by its host and guests are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or its advertisers. For advertising, call the CEO, Lady Queen Zina Bevel, at 718-253-7273.
Have got to stand up and defend the motherland. Oh, motherland, motherland, oh, motherland. Come on now. All African can always depend on the motherland. Motherland, oh, motherland. Sweet motherland. Yes, we are African descendant fighting World War I and World War II. Yes, it's true. I think Korea and Vietnam too. Now we're coming to fight for you. Yeah. All African have got to stand up and defend the motherland. Oh, motherland. Sweet, sweet, sweet motherland. All African can always depend on the motherland.
Got a picture of a glorious day, sunny afternoon, somewhere with a view. And I don't care what it's all about, as long as I'm with you. And I wanna run away with you. And I wanna run away with you. Gonna get a car, just drive away, looking at the view and listening big tunes. And I don't care what we
talk about as long as I'm with you. And I wanna run away with you. And I wanna run away with you. Da 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 I wanna run away with you. 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 I wanna run. I wanna
I defend them and them from country to town. Hey, changes and make enough things at all. Run them on them behalf. Give thanks with the road 876 road walk. Tough them no stop. And Ted tuggy tuggy, saw buggy huggy, bedroom door open up, appear lovey dovey. Only other two things could have make them feel away. Only God and money. Right now only a shaken. You can't take me no play man. Marsha, Coco, Pallet and Codetta, the road they them a stay on. Jamaican man them love to see when the girls them fat around they see. Shape up her bushy, slap and push it, look for them with paper. Jamaican man them love to see when the girls them fat around they see. Shape up her bushy, slap her push it, push it, push it, push it. And that of them stance, no matter what the circumstance. And the girl them alone I get a chance, it only my task. I can't wait drive fast, cause you can't come without finance. Right now some live to eat and some eat to see. Some fear fit to eat and make people see. Them will lie, cry, cover them eye, and say them never get to see. Ooh, yeah. I am a lion for the county, and I'll drive the main road, searching in the sun for another. Oh, for Lord, I hear you sing in the wild. I can hear you through the light, and the Wichita liner is still on the line, still on the line. I know I need a small vacation, but it don't look like rain. And if it snows, that stress down south will never stand the strain. Oh, girl, I need you more than want you. And I want you for all time. And the Wichita lineman is still on the line. Still on the line. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, girl, I need you more than want you. And I want you for all time. And the Wichita lineman is still on the line. Is still on the line. Ooh, yeah.
See them hype with money and clothes and car. Some a run down fame, no for them a just wanna be star. Nah grudge them cause me have my life. And me say health and strength over everything. Yo dog, see through me lens. No for them bend up fit pens. Fear drinks or a dinner. No for them twist up fit bimmer. What? But no boy can walk by my one way. Me say oh no no nothing. And nobody can make me sell my soul. Come me know. Oh, can't pinch me fin no NDC, can't tickle me particular. Don't follow them going on some lane where you not fit in. She never chase liquor, then I chase like a prisoner. No boy can wrap me up like no Rizzler. Streets no easy, but me prefer work hard till me make it. Not cross certain line, just forget it. So big up every youth foundation, you fi set it. As a militant soldier when you step it. See through me lens. No for them bend up fit pens. Fear drinks or a dinner. No for them twist up fit bimmer. But no boy can walk by my one way. Me say oh no no. And nobody can make me sell my soul. Come me know. Some boy a post with things wanna feed them. Me no know which part them get that will feed them. Real youths now watch nobody cocky, but some boy hype a road and we no see them. Chat a bag of things about money, about house, about car. Never see them do no work at all. Me prefer straight and a living now zinc up place than a shake through a press button gate dog. See through me lens. No for them bend up fit pens. Fear drinks or a dinner. No for them twist up fit bimmer. But no boy can walk by my one way. Me say oh no no. And nobody can make me sell my soul. Come me know. See them hype with money and clothes and car. Some a run down fame, no for them a just wanna be star. Nah grudge them cause me have my life. And me say health and strength over everything. Yo dog, see through me lens. No for them bend up fit pens. Fear drinks or a dinner. No for them twist up fit bimmer. But no boy can walk by my one way. Me say oh no no. And nobody can make me sell my soul. Come me know. Yo dog.
Paula, you on the air. I couldn't handle it. The woman I committed to, sacrificed for, helped, trusted, and stood by through thick and thin, left me for another man. It left me hurt, confused, and lost. I heard of Sister DOBONG, Call her, I went to see her. She worked with me and brought my love back to me.
Sister Dubong, call 718-253-7273. That's 718-253-7273. Let's move to another caller. Caller, you on the air.
I was burdened with bad luck, trying to get a job for a long time. But something would always pop up to make me miss out. I saw Sister Dubon about it, and I've been in a good job for more than a year now.
Imagine that. Sister Dubon, 718-253-7273. In life, there will be damage. Spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, all types of damage. That's when we turn to someone who can help us back where we belong. Sister Dubon. Sister Dubon, the world-famous spiritual reader, healer, and advisor for over 30 years. Sister Dubon. Call her now, 718-253-7273. Call 718-253-7273. Or just visit 1752, that's 1752 Flatbush Avenue at the corner of Avenue J in Brooklyn. Come see her today and be back on track tomorrow.
All right, now, in need of a spiritual healer? In need of some guidance? Wait, you need to just move on with your life, right? Nah, see, I know you just want to move on with your life. I guess what? I'll tell you one thing. Call Sister DOBONG. I'm Africa. Your top requested healer. Call in to tap in. 718-253-7273. Need some guidance, true guidance? She got you. Call on her. Again, that's 718-253-7273.
Sister DOBONG, she is the best spiritualist you can find. Help you in money problem, love problems, sickness or bad luck. Call her now. She waiting to help you. 718-253-7273.
If you're looking for solution to all your problems in life, there is one person and one person only you should come to, Sister DOBONG. Our address is 1752 Flatbush Avenue. Phone number is 718-253-7273. Make it your duty to see Sister DOBONG if you're going through any problems in life. I can tell you from my experience, she is the best. She is the one and only that you should come to. Don't go to anyone else, because she have the solution to all of your problems, Sister DOBONG.
Spirituality is like a flame. In our darkest times and stormy days, we all need a flame to guide us through the darkness, a clean flowing river to guide us through the storms and find peace, a bright light to guide us on the journey of life. Be equipped with powers, prayers, meditations, divine gift, responses of the universe, the peace, the faith, the joy, and wisdom. Call Sister DOBONG on 718-253-7273, 718-253-7273.
Real sound, no faking. Yeah. That's what I say, yeah. Oh, so beautiful. Yeah. Are you feeling down today? Are you wanna get yourself happy? Are you feeling sad today? Yeah. Are you feeling down today? Are you wanna get yourself happy? Are you feeling sad today? Yeah. Tune in to 93.5 King and Queen Radio. You need best songs and shows on your radio. Sister DOBONG shows every day from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Yeah, don't give up. Just tune in to your radio. Every Monday, the we go Jamaican and African show from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Oh, tune in to King and Queen Radio. Radio. Where you feeling inside? King and Queen Radio. Where no one to talk to. King and Queen Radio. Yeah, 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 yeah. King and Queen Radio. Don't let your morning so boring. King and Queen Radio. Tune into your best station. King and Queen Radio. The best music, best shows. King and Queen Radio. You need a beautiful Monday, yeah. King and Queen Radio. From Monday to Monday. Every Wednesday. Top 20 in the countdown. Every Tuesday to Thursday, King and Queen with arts and music. Your jazz music every day, from 1 a.m. to 3 p.m. Country music every day, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Yeah, Jamaican music every Monday to Saturday. Special life music from Caliban, Africa. Every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. International reggae dance song every day, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. The best online radio. From New York, we take it worldwide, yeah. Tune into King and Queen Radio. Where you feeling inside? King and Queen Radio. Where no one to talk to. King and Queen Radio. Yeah, 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 yeah. King and Queen Radio. Don't let your morning so boring. King and Queen Radio. Tune into your best station. King and Queen Radio. The best music, best shows. King and Queen Radio. You need a beautiful Monday, yeah. King and Queen Radio. From Monday to Monday. Smokes mix in the kitchen.
Show me jajali. Show me say you love me. Give me everything. Baby, no do me dirty. You know the boy if you lose it. If I ever lose you, girl, I take hold me down. And if you move for life, yeah, we got it. Be careful now. All of the talks, you fuck up the vibes. Now me be your man. Now you be my girl and I'm proud that you're mine. Sweet love will you give me. Girl, I swear say now for your hand. I put my life till the end. I swear say it be you. On my track, on my road. Now you they make me come by you. Since I set my eyes on you. Now you they make me feel like complete human being. Because of you, I'm a complete human being. Girl, I your love.
Slowly taking over, but with you on no other. Now you I want for my life. Nobody else, no be lie. Got you for life, want you tonight. Sure you know no be lie. And you scatter my head, you did. Scatter my head all night. You say, baby, mark for me now. Baby, mark for me now. Baby girl, you too fine. Baby, mark for me now. He said, baby, mark for me now. Baby, mark for me now. My own Malita.
On my track, on my road. Now you they make me come by you. Since I set my eyes on you. Now you they make me feel like complete human being. Because of you, I'm a complete human being. Girl, I your love.
Number one, David Brown, oh. Number one, David Brown, oh. 89 baddest boy. Number one, David Brown, oh. 89 baddest boy. King and Queen Radio, worldwide.
It's Amy's a sound.
Yeah, yeah. Ima, yeah. Normal, yo, normal. This crazy love, say na normal, yo. Right, hi. Gradually, yo, gradual. This girl, I swear, na gradually, yo. Na gradually, yo. Girl, I dey wait for your door. I swear I no go come out. Your body tight, no be Chinese, so. Your beauty enter my eyes, so. Baby, come close, make we dance tonight. Anything you want, I go buy tonight. Come with your friends, make we vibe tonight, oh. And we could dance tonight. Yo, you're my imam, yo. Yo, you're my imam, oh. You turn a man to a sinner, oh. Girl, you're my imam, yo. Girl, you're my imam, oh. You turn a man John Cena, oh. You turn a man John Cena, oh. Girl, I dey wait for your door. That's why I no go come on. Your body tight, no be Chinese, so. Your beauty enter my eyes, so. Baby, come close, make we dance tonight. Anything you want, I go buy tonight. Come with your friends, make we vibe tonight, oh. And we could dance tonight. Girl, you're my imam. Ram pa pa pam. Wine am go down, down. Ram pa pa. I say, girl, you're my ima. Fine like my shima. Get your body tight, girl, you cure my fever. And I swear to God, girl, you fine pansima. And I wanna make you be my, say. I say, girl, you're my ima. Fine like my shima. Get your body tight, girl, you cure my fever. And I swear to God, girl, you fine pansima. And I wanna make you be my, say. Girl, my love, I go follow you. You be my music, I go solo you. Your beauty cause I no fit borrow you. For your love, I go stand for you. Yo, you're my imam, yo. Yo, you're my imam, oh. You turn a man to a sinner, oh. Girl, you're my imam, yo. Yo, you're my imam, oh. You turn a man John Cena, oh. You turn a man John Cena, oh. Girl, I dey wait for your door. I swear I no go come on. Your body tight, no be Chinese, so. Your beauty enter my eyes, so. Baby, come close, make we dance tonight. Anything you want, I go buy tonight. Come with your friends, make we vibe tonight, oh. And we could dance tonight. Girl, you're my imam.
Living is an art. You've got your canvas and I've got mine. Hey, living is an art. You've got your easel and I've got mine. Hey, living is an art. You've got your brush and I've got mine. Hey, living is an art. Using the colors of the universe. Living is an art. How perfect could this be? Living is an art. Do the work and you will see. Living is an art. Check the power of a smile. Living is an art. Say we jamming with the rhythm, what's your style? Painted pictures hanging on the wall of life. It doesn't really matter which is the prettiest. Everyone is responsible for their own picture, big or small. Everyone is responsible for their every rise and fall. Living is an art. You've got your canvas and I've got mine. Living is an art. You've got your easel and I've got mine. Living is an art. You've got your brush and I've got mine. Hey. Living is an art. Using the colors of the universe. Living is an art. Just how perfect could this be? Living is an art. Do the work and you will see. Living is an art. Check the power of a smile. Living is an art. Yeah. Be jamming with the rhythm, watch your style. Painted pictures hanging on the wall of life. It doesn't really matter which is the prettiest. Everyone is responsible for their own picture, big or small. Everyone is responsible for their every rise and fall.
The following is an independently produced program. The views and claims expressed on this program by its host and guests are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or its advertisers. For advertising, call the CEO, Lady Queen Zina Bevel, at 718-253-7273.
Views expressed on this program are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of the station, its management, or other advertisers. Use of this site and all services provided therein are for personal use only. King and Queen Radio holds no responsibility for the validity or accuracy of the information given. Views expressed on this program are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of the station, its management, or other advertisers. Use of this site and all services provided therein are for personal use only. Brooklyn Station holds no responsibility for the validity or accuracy of the information given.
1, 2, 3, run it. Yeah.
King and Queen Radio. 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 King and Queen Radio.
Aládùúgbò tuntun ti dé o. Zazu. Ó pọ̀ létí, ó yẹ kẹ́ ti máa gbọ́. Pọ́tébù, Bàdó, Gbẹ́mí Tábáyé.
Bado snare, pepper snare, many with it one leg. Repete, unruly, Badoli, B prime, Demi Dibbe, Babeje, Asarailu hip hop, mofos cannot keep up. Bitch, I be going non-stop. Zazu, She, Aka, Ika, Tesoje Bitalaga, Gaza, Ejaluju Bitabacha, Runjupa, Lejupa, Mareri, Kala, Daju,
Wuwaika, Zazu, Kokotua, on my way to Ilu Awonsu, David the Martin Bokadio, Okoma Padi Kolu, Yokoma Bokadio, Osu don't bow, Lama Penny Kolu, Zazu, Kokotua, I do music for living, on a Movenka, Yahoo, but no laptop, Kokotua, Unko, Zazu, Bida Bida. Paka paka pokoli, pokoli gbemi ìjọba yìí. Jẹ́ ká jọ ṣẹ̀ o, pokoli ọ̀gbádànsá o. Jẹ́ káwọn wèrè oníjó. Ṣàtò pokotua. Ṣé ní tí mo wọ̀ yìí ṣe gájú? Àgọ́ tí mo wọ̀ yìí ṣe gájú. Ṣàtò. Ó bí ẹ̀ ó pọ̀ pa. Ó máa wọ̀ lọ skul, tún gbẹ̀ngbẹ̀ bàtà yahoo. Ṣàkọ́tọ̀ darí ẹ̀.
This music. I want to shout out to all the King and Queen radio artists. Don't forget you can support our artists by going on kingandqueenradio.com. You will find all the artists there. And don't forget DJ Pop Mark this Friday at 2 p.m. on King and Queen Radio will be featuring the artists. So you want to know about King and Queen radio artists, go and listen every day on kingandqueenradio.com and you will find out who the artists. Next week, we'll be featuring 2 new artists. So you want to stay tuned for next week because we have 2 new artists we'll be talking about. So make sure you tune in next week. That's every Monday night from 9 to 2 a.m. in the morning. 12 midnight, we on kingandqueenradio.com. We'll be there, and we'll be on radio.co, and we'll be on Restream King and Queen Radio at 12 midnight. So join us on kingandqueenradio.com. Go there now and join us. Throughout the week, listen to brooklynstation.com. We got some new events and new things happening on brooklynstation.com. Check out all the chat rooms, and soon we'll be having some games on the stations as well. So you want to stay tuned as the station is improving. And if you like to advertise on this program, any of the web pages, give me a call, 718-253-7273. Where they can write us manager, the station number, the station address.
That would be what's.thebuzz at brooklynstation.com.
What? W-H-A-T?
What's, as is in plural. What's the buzz? What's.thebuzz?
What.thebuzz?
What's.thebuzz?
brooklynstation.com.
At brooklynstation.com.
Wow. What.thebuzz? brooklynstation.com. Write us there. Or you can write us on the chat rooms on King and Queen Radio, brooklynstation.com. Again, we want you to visit sisterdubon.com and get those lucky numbers tonight waiting on you. And if you need some remedies, go check them out and find out what remedies you can get to solve your own problems. Genuine remedies. And we want to just say thank you, everybody who tuned in for the first time. We own 24/7 King and Queen Radio, brooklynstation.com, sisterdubon.com. So tell us what's going on there. And this is Che. I was looking up your name the other day. I knew that name.
Yeah.
That's a famous name.
Yep.
A very famous name. The Cubans and everything. And I didn't realize we had a picture of Che.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I had to get him and put him back up on the wall. So, Che, so tell us what you knew about Che.
Well, actually, when I think I was maybe 12, 13, because that's who my mama named me after. When I was like 12.
She did name you after him.
Yeah. When I was 12 or
See,
13, I read Che Guevara's handbook on guerrilla warfare, right? Which, I mean, his basically like the tactics he came up with became textbook tactics of taking a small army and defeating a large one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, as usually happens, it's like the unscrupulous people took out the guys that were a threat to them, so they could maintain their power. So his friends killed him, right?
It was his friends that killed him.
Yeah, I mean,
because
it's
they set him up out there in the field, knowing that he had no. And somebody, I believe, jammed the gun, didn't they?
I don't know the specifics of his death really. I read it a
Well,
long
I
time
know he
ago,
was
but I
in
don't
he
remember it.
was out in the desert, and they set him up in the desert, and he had nowhere to run so they can ambush him.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, that's what happens to that's what happens to the good politicians the world over, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how
And
Stalin
how
came into
sad,
power.
once you're dead, you become more famous. I mean, he was more to Castro, famous more to Castro dead than he was alive.
True, but once they're dead, you can rewrite their rhetoric to suit your own needs, right?
And that's exactly what happened in Cuba.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I mean, that's what happened. That's how Stalin got in power. I mean, it's like Stalin had gosh, I can't remember the guy's name now. Stalin and Lenin. Yeah, he had his buddy Lenin, and if Stalin. I mean, did they talk about Hitler and 6 million Jews? Stalin.
Tony Blaine, did you realize we had Che up on the wall? Did you realize who he was? I didn't even recognize who. You didn't recognize it either, did you? He been with us since the beginning of time. Yeah. And we got another one up there. We got to know who that Bishop man is. He been there with us a long time. We got some good warriors up there. And we got Bob Marley.
Oh, Bob Marley.
So what's going on with this? You know we're getting ready for summer. I'm the groundhog. I say after all that weather, usually it comes spring. Mother Nature already to nurse the trees with her cold weather,
right,
with the ice, because ice help the plants grow. You know that, don't you?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just like, I mean, and to be honest, fires are good for forests.
Yes.
Once they grow back.
Because it's clear the grounds, and I remember we used to burn certain areas in the old days to make it clear so we can plant on it next season.
Yeah,
You
your Native
remember doing
Americans
that?
used to do that too.
Yeah,
They'd
we
burn
used to do it.
they'd
We used
burn
to
the growth,
burn up the grounds so we could plant on it the next season.
and then well, I tell you, a lot of people never hear about the Dust Bowl. You remember learning about that in school?
Wait a minute, the Dust Boy. I think
The
you
Dust Bowl.
The Dust Bowl. That one you got one over me.
No, it was about around the same time as the Great Depression, give or take a few years. And what it is, the soil, basically they were getting processed sugar out of sugar beets, and beets basically they leach the vitality out of soil. So the topsoil down there in the central U.S. in the flatlands there, I'd imagine that's you've been through the flatlands, ain't you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the soil on the flatlands had become so leached that it became dust, and it just blew in the wind. So,
I remember that, and it killed a lot of people too.
I mean, it's just everywhere you went, there was dust all the time.
Everywhere.
Yeah, you couldn't. I mean,
oh
you couldn't.
God, I remember that.
Yeah, I mean,
that was almost like the place that time when they had all the moth going all over the place, killing out all the crop. You remember that?
I remember a locust swarm they had one time.
Yeah, they had locusts all over the place.
Things were
Destroyed
everywhere.
The crop. And especially in Georgia and stuff, they destroyed the peaches and all the crops. Wow, the locusts. And that was really a wipe out of a lot of money during those times.
Mm-hmm. Same with the Dust Bowl. It took them a while to figure out what was causing it. And once they did, it's like they were able to, they started rotating the crops, or I believe that was the solution on the sugar beets. So, basically they were just planting in the same places so continuously, and that it was without putting anything back into the
earth.
Yep. It's a cycle. You gotta, what you take out, you gotta put back in, right?
Put back in. Well, that's why in the olden days when we farmed, you had to use the mule maneuver and dogs and everything. You had to use all that stuff.
The compost heap, right?
And I know you must know during that time when the dogs used to have ticks on them, you had to tie a rope around them and dump them inside of the cesspool.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
The cesspool, dump it right in the cesspool with all the maneuver, piss, and everything else.
Ugh.
Oh God, that was one stinking dog when he got out of. And they did that to the sows and to the pigs too.
Well, yeah, because ticks are nasty. I hate
Because
ticks. They're
pigs
worse
used to
than spiders.
have all those your ticks on them. So to get rid of the ticks, you had to dump them in all that maneuver.
Yeah, I mean ticks. They're terrible. I think that's what ended up my last dog. I think that's why I had to put him to sleep because it's like every time you turn around, he'd have ticks on him.
Yeah, you couldn't get rid of them ticks, and they little juicy ticks.
Yep, and they carry disease. So
Well,
nasty stuff too.
they call it a Lyme disease.
Well, there's a bunch of others that they carry too, and it's like the thing is I mean, you won't know you're sick for a month.
But that's almost like the red bug. You remember the red bug?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think New Yorkers know what the red bug is.
I'll tell you what.
What the red bug is? You know what the red bug is? He said the red
I was reading a thing because it's like they got the ice caps melting further than they ever have been in recorded history, right? And one of the concerns is that basically stuff that hasn't seen the light of day for millions of years is now seeing the light of day, and they have the concern over what's called zombie viruses, which is viruses.
virus.
Yeah, ones that are millions of years old that got froze, and then once they thaw, they come back to life, right? This one reporter decided to go up there to up north to the polar ice caps and check out, just how accurate this idea of zombie viruses is. And he stopped where they were doing an excavation on a place where the old where your cavemen they'd hunt the seals, and it was a slaughterhouse for the seals, right? This scientist is like, oh no, that's a myth. That ain't never going to happen. And he went up further and did an interview with another group. And then when he was on his way back, he got there just in time to watch the ambulance haul away the guy that said it never happened because some zombie virus came back and got him. Right? It didn't kill him.
Well, you know, believe it or not, open up all those tombs. They talk about other things, but when you open up the mummy tombs and all that stuff, you really letting go a lot of those germs and stuff that them people had back there in them days.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Some of that stuff may or may not. It may have died out, and we may no longer be immune. But
one thing I want to ask you before we let the DJ play some music, folks. You're listening to King and Queen Radio, BrooklynStation.com. We enjoy your company. You're sitting in here with us, and we go from the farmyard all the way to the country so you want a good talk show with some good music. Join us every Monday night from 9 to 12 and listen to this station 24/7. Over 1 million listeners on King and Queen Radio. Want to thank all these listeners and people who come to this station periodically. And if you'd like to be on here, we'll get you on soon. Shout out to Rafi out there. Big up to you, Rafi out there. Good seeing you today. Okay, so taking it back to you. I had a question to ask you before it skipped my mind. What do you think? Do you think this is going to be a good, good spring, a good summer?
honestly, I don't know. It's like the whole environment thing seems to be getting all wacky lately, doesn't it? I mean, the past few years, it's gotten.
Yeah, everything is turned upside down. Do the almanac still exist? You know, we used to live by the almanac.
Oh, the old Farmer's Almanac.
The old Farmer's Almanac.
I haven't checked that this year. It actually still exists.
It do exist?
Yeah, you can. They have a website, actually. You can go to the website and check it out. I looked it up a couple years ago.
Farmer, almanac.
Yeah, that's what you did your planning by.
Yeah, we knew what to plant and what not to plant.
When to plant.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when the moon was filling, the prediction, and it was absolutely correct.
Well, I've always wondered that too. It's like how
I
the
want to know
hell?
how did they know?
Yeah, how the hell did they know? But it's
They
always
was
been
right.
fairly
Well, it's
accurate.
just like we used to have a windmill clock, and that thing know when it was gonna rain, when the weather. You remember that little lady used to come out and the cuckoo clock.
Yeah.
We had a weather one.
It's I don't know.
And those things really used to know when the weather was changing, when it was gonna rain, and
That was probably operated by a barometer of some sort, like mercury, because mercury seems to have an uncanny ability to like, it reacts pretty well to the weather. So
yeah, we got to start studying on that mercury too.
man, when's the last time you saw anything with mercury in it? Yeah, I mean,
That's something to think about.
of
And
course.
what I really wanted to ask you about this honey, why honey never ruin? It can nothing happen to honey.
I don't
That's
know.
one substance, and I think that's why we need to study them bees.
Well, and, it's like the bees are quickly disappearing, which is quite
Wow,
alarming.
and that's and they produce honey, and honey never die,
Well,
and it never
it's
old, and you can't get no, it don't track no germs, no nothing. Why?
Well,
How is
it's
that?
worse than that because if we ain't got no bees, we ain't got nothing to like basically keep spread the pollen around, and that's basically what makes stuff grow. So without the bees, it's like we're really screwed because then plants won't grow,
Wow,
or at least flowers.
wow.
It's like they play a critical part in the whole
So what
ecosystem.
happened why the bees are disappearing?
Honestly, they suspect cell phone signals. The transmissions from them are basically scrambling their ability to get back to the hive.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So they get lost and then they die off, and pretty soon the colony's gone.
wow, that's interesting.
Can I
Yes,
want to make one comment on that.
yes,
Just so you know, you said honey.
yes.
I decided to pull up a picture of an octopus,
Uh-huh,
and it's on my phone. I could show it to you. It's actually honey colored.
uh-huh.
And reason I pulled it up is because I think some archaeologists or whatever, they have like 95 some million-year-old octopus ink. You know the ink that's
Yeah.
in the octopus.
Wow, that's
Those
a black
that
ink.
95 million years or something. They pulled up some prehistoric uh, octopus ink. So there could be a connection there, but that's further study. I just wanted to
That's
make that
really
comment.
something we got to study too. Because that ink, we really eat with that ink. Spanish, we mix it with the rice, that black ink, and we make black rice.
Yeah, I don't really know what the ink
And
consists
now I
of.
got to think about that octopus ink. What is the purpose of the ink?
It's a smoke screen so they can escape, right?
Is
So
that what
it'd have to be really thick though, because in order to really be effective, it'd have to be thick enough to like basically make it so you can't see.
Well, think we gave the folks a lot of research tonight. I know they got that Google hop, and I wished I would have made Google. We'd have been rich right now.
Well, I'm telling you,
Why did we think of Google first?
Of course, Google's laying off. It's supposed to be the best place to work in the country, but they're laying off. I believe they're cutting a bunch of jobs. A whole bunch of places are cutting
So
jobs
what's
now.
the difference in Syria and Google?
Siri?
Yeah, Siri.
Well, basically, Siri is they're relatively the same thing as, it's like, as far as it goes, it's just Siri is Apple and Google's Google, right?
Okay.
Or they compete. But now, Apple just released their open source AI platform too.
Oh
So
my goodness.
yeah, it's moving quick now. And with AI, the internet.
We just heard about it like a couple months ago, and everything now is AI. All the commercials, AI.
Well, you remember when the internet came out, that happened too, right?
So they're overdoing it.
Well, they'll produce a bubble, but and then that'll eventually explode. But on the other hand, you had the .com bubble, right? Everybody was making money for a second there, and then everything went poof. But everybody's still making money on the net now. It's just they were banking on the the continuation of the rise. And I mean, eventually, so it's got to taper off. It's got to fall a little bit, and then it'll rise again. Right? It's got to bounce, basically. Um, but on the other hand, as I've been working with what I've been trying to design, it's like I'm coming up against the limits of
And
AI.
I mean, you've been working hard. When I say
the-
working hard, you've been working hard.
basically AI has its limitations. For the most part, you can overcome those limitations, but you have to know how to. Like they make it seem like you can just boot it up and roll with it, but it ain't quite like that. Like if you wanted to do something, you have to train it like a little kid, basically.
Well, folks, don't forget midnight. We'll be in Africa. We are live on WVIP 93.5 FM, King and Queen Radio, BrooklynStation.com. So we're going to take you back to some good old music with Tony Blend.
Baby, can't you see?
BrooklynStation.com. And this is the kind of music you hear on BrooklynStation.com. Good old house music. BrooklynStation.com. Live on King and Queen Radio.
choose? You know what I choose? Choice. What do you choose? You know what I choose? I'm a spiffy. Don't make blues. I like cool weed all day and night. Right vibes. See my nerve make me laugh. I say I like cool weed all day and night. Right vibes. Oh. See my nerve and smoke a come to me eyes. Up fresh from the farm, no preserve, no added. Burn it in your nostril, you feel it in your forehead. THC and the general married. Get to in the nation, foundation solid. One Caliban in the morning just won't do. No sir. This a downtown very come and we round up a few. And when them a go down fi stop the ganja man crew. 1 puff and the smoke and Babylon the see ya oh. On the beach of Malibu, sitting in the night show. Looking at my life and look at what I've been through. Marijuana me not think nobody love you like I like. Cool weed all day and night. Right vibe. See my nerve make me laugh. I say I like. Cool weed all day and night. Right vibe.
Top selector number 1.
See my nerve smoke a come to me.
Good weed up in my blunt, past the chronic up front. Herb by the count, pay the cutter every month. Meditation is the highest, pass me chalice. Real ganja baby inside Buckingham Palace. New York to West Coast, love that green. Ganja man can pull up on the Babylon stream. From herbs aroma, atmosphere so clean. I don't want to wake up if this is living a dream. Nickels and dimes, no hard times, you never know until you try. Say goodbye to the bad guy. Had I not known, half blown, homegrown, rock and rolling stone. Oh Mary Jane, could you please take me home?
I like cool weed all day and night. Right vibe. See my nerve make me laugh. I say I like cool weed all day and night. Right vibe. Right vibe. Oh. See my nerve and smoke a come to me eye. It's going household name, them say it commercialized. Still my homie up that with 20 for life. Still marginalized, though them say legalized. Herb if we meditate, invite the life. In LA all day, burn it all night. Jamaican marijuana is the people's choice. Snoop Dogg, what you say? Tell them what you like. Yeah,
California Kush, straight off the bush. Never leave me alone. You ever smoke weed that touch your brain and touch your bone? Put you in a zone while you're chilling all alone. With your girl on the phone, listening to Nina Simone. Yep, now I'm gone.
I like cool weed all day all night. Right vibe. See my nerve make me laugh. I say I like cool weed all day all night. Right vibe.
Do I dress for every situation? Moving through the doorway of a nation. Pick me up and check it out. Baby, I can't do without. Don't mess around. You bring me down. How you get about? Don't make sounds. Move out. I remember only for an hour.
Okay, before we go, we're gonna bring up one more topic on TikTok. So, do you think TikTok gonna be around a long time?
Yeah, it's there's a big old debate over it right now. It's coming out of China. It's based out of China, and it's being I don't know if everybody's aware, but we've been in a world psychological war since the internet came out. I mean, it might have started out like a little messing around with people here and there, but right now it's like all your developed nations are basically trying to create social unrest in their competitors via the internet and social media. So, like, if you let your child on Facebook unsupervised, you're basically throwing your child without any weapons, on the front line of a war. for all intents and purposes. So basically, TikTok is being used to gather information on us. It's spyware.
Wow.
Yeah, that's basically what the one side says, and the other side says, well, no, TikTok's just TikTok. But at the same time, it's like it, it's banned in at least 20 states, and probably well on its way to being banned in the entire country. So
Wow. We heard that, folks. So your kids won't be on TikTok very soon. Well,
well,
the reason they could have stopped everything, we even with Facebook charge people.
well,
You charge them, then they have the right to do whatever they want to do, and then that'll stop all the unnecessary things because most people ain't gonna pay to get on those platforms.
Yeah, and I mean, what you're looking at now is not only have we been in a psychological war worldwide for decades now, but it's also neurological warfare. Fact is, they're saying that nuclear bombs are really kind of the least of our worries. It's neurological weapons and AI that's going to be fighting the next war. So.
All right, folks, I know you're enjoying this, but we getting ready to go to Africa Lot. DJ Pop Mark, I'll see you there, Valentine, Manny Ann, and Beauty Queen Nassim. Everybody, I will see you there in a little while. Billion, look out. I'm on my way over there. Now, folks, join us on kingandqueenradio.com. Download the app if you don't know how to go on the page, kingandqueenradio.com, and we'll be live on Restream, kingandqueenradio.com. And thank you all for listening on Instagram or wherever you at. Go on kingandqueenradio.com, and we will be seeing you next week. We out of here on our way to Africa. See you in a little while. I'll be in Nigeria in a little while, 12 midnight. See you, folks.
All right.
When you turn and you walk through the door, it hurts me so. Said it hurts me so. When you look at me and you say goodbye, you made me cry. Said you made me cry. So listen to me while I say to you, breaking up is hard to do. Everybody knows it's hard to do this. I cannot let you go now, for my love is strong. My love is so strong. My love is so strong. So listen to me while I say to you, making love is hard to do. Making love is hard to do. Say this, baby.
If you've ever been in love, then you'll know just what I'm talking about. You wake up and find your love is gone, and you realize breaking up is so hard to do.
When you look at me and you say goodbye, you made me cry. I said you made me cry. I cannot let you go, for my love is so strong. My love is so strong. And if you leave, I will surely die. So listen to me while I say to you, Breaking up is hard to do.